We flipped the model upside down. Instead of assuming that everyone has a threat until they prove they don't, and of course that creates lots of lines and people have to touch your stuff, we flip the model and we use artificial intelligence to identify the needle in the haystack. If there's a threat, we can find it. If there's not a threat, the people can flow in. So you can imagine coming back to a professional football game where 80,000 people have to get into their seats in 2 hours. It's a really hard problem to solve with the old technology. With our system, people can flow right in. We're going to pull people aside if they're carrying a threat, but everybody else gets to go into their seat without breaking stride. And instead of standing in the line angry when the whistle goes off, they're actually in their seat. They've probably bought some food, so the revenue goes up for the stadium, and they're ready to enjoy the game. So we think our technology is absolutely critical to helping the world open up again. And as I said, with people now wanting to come back and gather again and see their favorite teams and performing arts venues and their favorite athletes, with Evolv in their entryway, they can do it safely in a frictionless way, but also in a touchless way.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let Chris add on a little bit more about the stadium touch, but what interested me was right off the way of not putting stuff down in this kind of environment with COVID and really being concerned about bacteria. You don't want to be putting things down 30 different times as you're going into the building, let alone as you get to the office. So I definitely like that aspect of being able to keep your belongings in your hands and not having to put them down.
Right. Mitch, the one thing that I didn't mention but want to is because we're an AI software-based company, we're able to add threats rapidly. And so 8 months ago, one of our customers said, hey, COVID-19 has weaponized people. Can you add elevated body temperature to the threats that you see? So in 60 days, we were able to add that as well. So as people come through our system, we can screen for all kinds of weapons, guns, bombs, and large tactical knives. We can also screen for COVID-19 if our customers choose that feature. So we're really pleased about that because, people want to come into venues going forward and know that any kind of threat is left at the door. But I also want to make the important point that yes, we can help the world open up, and yes, we can help people coming back. But also, security screenings change forever now. Digital transformation has been accelerated by everybody. And when people come back, they want to come back in a new way. And they don't want to stand in a line anymore. They want to come back and use technology as a way to create a frictionless and safe experience. And we have that. So post-COVID-19, we want to eliminate lines. We want to eliminate touching. People want to come back, and they want to come back in a safe way. And we have the ability to do that. So we think long-term, this is a game-changer technology and the new normal for how people will gather and crowds will gather in the future, both in stadiums for sporting events, but at performing arts venues, going into school, right? Every place where groups of people go, they ought to be able to come in without breaking stride. We like to call it democratizing security, right? The experience is second to none. Their security posture goes way up, so they know wherever they're going into, they're safe. And then we have a subscription software model, so it's really easy to deploy and easy to pay for. So it can be affordable for everybody.